So what is the idea? Basically, we are approximating the area under the curve. So we are only solving definite integral by this numerical integration method. So what is the idea behind numerical integration? So for the given data points, first find out the interpolating polynomial by Newton's forward difference method, passing through all the data points. Once you have the polynomial, you integrate that you can do. And if you do not want to find out the polynomial first, then use these trapezoidal methods. So in trapezoidal method, what we do, we basically approximate first. Suppose the number of data points are n plus 1. Then there are n sub intervals, and in those n sub intervals, we approximate the area under the curve by n trapezium. So area of each trapezium will be average height into the base. So base means the spacing between the data points, the input values. So that is h, that is fixed. Suppose we are created evenly spaced. We have given evenly spaced data point. So base is h and average height will be f of x I minus 1 plus f of xi by 2. That is basically yi minus 1 plus yi by 2. So this will be the area of one trapezium, and there are n trapezium. So find out all area of all those trapezium, and then you add them. You will end up with trapezoidal rule. So that we have discussed. So today we will be discussing Simpson's 1/3 rule. How do we get Simpson's 1/3 rule? So instead of taking 2 points at a time, if you take 3 points at a time, so then what is the curve passing through the 3 points? Quadratic curve or parabola. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to approximate the total area. First, we will consider 3 points at a time. Then there will be a quadratic curve passing through those 3 points, and then we will be approximating the area under the curve, area under that quadratic curve or parabola. And then we will consider next 3 points, and then we will again create a parabola and we will approximate the area under the parabola. That is the idea in Simpson's 1/3 rule. Why 1/3? Because 1/3 will be appearing in the formula. One formula, and another time 3/8 will be appearing. So that will be known as Simpson's 3/8 formula. So for that, you will have to take 4 data points at a time, and you will have to approximate the curve by a cubic polynomial. Then you integrate it. So as you keep on increasing number of data points, then different kind of formula will be coming. Anyway, that is not a big issue. So you see, we derived trapezoidal rule from A, is not it? By taking what? N equals to 1. So if you consider N equals to 1, there are 2 data points, x0, y0 and xy, y1. So the polynomial which will be passing through those 2 points will be linear polynomial, and that is given by this highlighted part. Okay, so that is, just a moment, it should be yellow. Okay, so this is the polynomial which will be passing through the 2 points x0, y0 and xy, y1. And then we integrate that. So we got the value of the we got the area. So we got the value of the integration x0 to x1 y ds, that was h by 2 y0 plus y1, and the same will be for the remaining sub intervals, and at the end we end up with this formula. It was trapezoidal rule. Next is Simpson's 1/3 rule. So let me write down 1/3 rule. What is this? So again, here in this case, the number of data points always has to be 2n plus 1. Why is that? That will be clear at the end. So here, number of data should be number of data should be 2n plus 1, or there should be even number of subintervals, even number of subintervals. Then only you can apply Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay, let's see how. So if you take n equals to 2 in the formula, then what will be the polynomial? Can you tell me what will be a, the formula a, if you take n equals to 2? So what do you mean by n equals to 2? There are 3 data points. So take n equals to 2 in a. Take n equals to 2 in capital A. That means there are 3 data points. 3 data points. X0, Y0, X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay. So what will be the equation of the curve, equation of the polynomial passing through these 3 data? Can you tell me from A? What will be the value of this integration? If you first you will have to tell the polynomial, then you will have to integrate it. So you can directly evaluate what will be the value of the integration if you take 3 data points at a time from A directly. Can you tell me what is that? One more term will be added, is not it? This term is coming from where? This term will be coming from, you see, second order forward difference in the polynomial. You see, from here it is coming from here, it is coming from here. Okay, and why that was coming? This is, if there are 3 data points, then only there will be second order forward difference. So it is coming due to the third point. Okay, so if you consider 3 data point at a time, then what will be the integration? What will be x0 to x2 y dx from A? You tell me. nh into these two part for a trapezoidal, and these 3 for Simpson's 1/3. Okay, so that will be nh into y0 plus n by 2, nh into y0 plus n by 2 delta y0, n by 2 delta y0 plus, what was the next term? N into 2n minus 3, n into 2n minus 3 by 12, n into 2n minus 3 by 12 into del square y0. Okay, now you have to simplify it, then you will get the formula. So simplify it. So imply integration x0 to xn y dx, that will be equals to nh, you have taken n equals to what? 2 na? You have substituted n equals to 2. So simplify it and tell me what you are getting. N equals to 2. So this will be 2h y0 plus delta y0. 2 by 2 will be cancelled out. 2 by 2 delta y0. What is del square y0? y2 plus 2y1 plus y0. Are you listening, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
now you simplify whole thing. So that will be 2h y0 plus y1 minus y0 plus it will be 4 minus 3 is 1. So 2 by 12. So that will be 1 by 6. 1 by 6 y2 plus 2y1 plus y0. So you have to simplify all the terms. So here y0 will be cancelled out. Okay, y0 will be cancelled out. So this is 2 by h, 2 into h. What you are getting? What you are getting? Tell me. Tell me what you are getting.
Sir, y0 plus 8y1 plus y2 by 3 into x.
Y0 plus
y0 plus y2 plus 8y1 by 3 into x.
y0. Okay, let us simplify it. So you're getting 6y1 plus y2 plus 2y1 plus y0 by 6. I may have committed some mistake somewhere. It should be minus sign here. What is del square y0? That is del y0. So that will be del. What is del y0? y1 minus y0. Okay. So it will be del y1 minus del y0. Del y1 will be y2 minus y1. And here it will be minus y1 plus y0. So here it will be minus sign. Okay. I made a mistake there. It will be minus sign. So here it will be minus sign. So you will get 2h into y0 plus 4y1 plus y2 by 6. So you are getting h by 3 y0 plus 4y1 plus y2. So this is the value of the integration in the first for past 3 data. So in the first 2 subinterval. So this is x0 to x2 y dx. So what will be the integration for the next 3 data? x2 to x4 y dx. Can you tell me? H by 3 y2 plus 4y3 plus y4 and so on. If you will have to continue for all the data. So in this pattern at the end how many data should be there? Altogether how many data should be there so that this pattern will be completed after a certain number of terms? कितने डेटा होना चाहिए?
Odd number.
Odd होना चाहिए. So data should be odd. So here at the end it will be xn minus 2 to xn y dx. So that will be h by 3 yn minus 2 plus 4 times yn minus 1 plus yn. So if you combine all these results, what will be integration x0 to xn y dx? So you will have to add all them. So if you add, it will be h by 3 can be taken common. Then y0, and what is happening to y2, y4, y6? They will be multiplied by 2. Okay, so 2 y2 plus y4 plus y6 and so on. And what about even values? What are the even data, even output data? What is happening to them? They will be multiplied by 4. 4 into y1, 4 into y3, 4 into yn minus 1. So that will be 4 into y1 plus y3 plus y5, so on, and plus again the last data, yn. So this is known as Simpson's one-third rule, because one-third is appearing. Due to that, this method was introduced by mathematician Simpsons, and this method is known as one-third because of this one-third factor. So this is known as Simpson's one-third rule. Okay. Now the rest of the rules I am not going to prove. You do it yourself. So next is Simpson's 3/8 rule. Let me name it and write the formula. Then I'll be solving few problems. So next is Simpson's 3/8 rule. For numerical purpose, trapezoidal rule and Simpson's one-third rule is enough to approximate any definite integral with a desired accuracy. If you consider a large number of sub-intervals or large number of data points, then these two methods will be enough to get an approximate value of any kind of definite integral. These two methods are used most of the time. But I'll be mentioning few more. So next is Simpson's 3/8 rule. 3/8 rule. So can you tell me, do you see the pattern? How do we get Simpson's 3/8 rule? If you put n equals to 3, n equals to 3. So basically for n equals to 3, how many data points you are considering together? 4 data points: x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. So if you consider these 4 data together, then you will get a cubic polynomial. Then you integrate that. Then you will get then you will get the Simpson's 3/8 rule. So the necessary condition for that rule to apply will be number of subintervals should be multiplied by 3, or there should be 3n plus 1 number of data points. Number of subintervals should be multiplied by 3, or there should be 3n plus 1 number of data points. Then only you can apply Simpson's 3/8 rule. So the formula will be something like this. Integration x0 to x3 ytx, this will be coming 3/8 into h, then y0 plus 3y1 plus so on, 3y2 plus y3. So this is the value of the integration for first 4 data. For next 4 data, the value of the integration will be, tell me, 3/8 h, y3 plus 3 times y4 plus 3 times y5 plus y6. And in this way, the value of the integration for last 4 data, that will be yn minus 3 to yn, that will be 3/8 h yn minus 3 plus 3 times yn minus 2 plus 3 times yn minus 1 plus yn. So if you want to get the value of the integration for all the data, then you will have to add them. So adding all these, you will get the result. What will be then? Integration x0 to xn y dx, that will be what? 3 by 8 into h y0 plus you add them, you add all them. So 3 times y1 plus 3 times y2, so it will be 3 times y1 plus 3 times y2 plus 2 times y3 plus 3 times y4 plus 3 times y5 plus 2 times y6 and so on up to the last data. Accordingly, you know how to add them. You keep on doing that. So this will be the formula for Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. Now let us stop at this point. Few more results are there. So they are basically nothing. I will be just simply mentioning them because I will not be deriving. You know the drill. You'll have to put then to get next formula Boole's rule. You'll have to put n equals to 5. You will have to consider 5 data points at a time. No, and you will be putting n equals to 4. So for n equals to 4, there will be 5 data points at a time, and you will get the formula for Boole's rule. What else rule? You will have to put n equals to 6, not 5. 5 is skipped. So you will have to consider 7 data points at a time. If you consider 7 data points at a time, you will end up with what else rule. So it is not difficult to understand the rest of the results. How do we get it? That is different issue. You will have to derive it if you want to know. So now let us solve few problems. Why don't we solve? Why don't we solve some integration and let us have a feel how much accurate answer we are getting. Okay. So suppose we want to evaluate examples. X and y. Suppose the curve you want to evaluate this integration. Let's say 1 to for trapezoidal rule, number of data points can be anything. So suppose you want to evaluate 1 to 5, 2x plus 3, 2x, oh, sorry, 2x plus 3 dx. What is the answer? What is the answer? Directly say it, and then we'll be comparing same results with trapezoidal rule. What is the answer for this integration? Students?
36.
60.
30?
36.
30?
36.
36? Is it okay? Students, is it correct?
Yes, sir, 36.
Okay. Okay, fine. Now, let us see how much answer we are getting using trapezoidal rule. So for trapezoidal rule, you will have to create a set of data points. So let us create a data points. So I will be considering the H values at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I will be evaluating the corresponding Y values. Okay. So let us create data points. Just a moment. So let us create the data points. So here X, here Y. What is Y? Y equals to 2x plus 3. So A's value is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Okay. So what are the y values? What are the y values at x equals to 1, 2, 3 and so on? At 1 it is 5. Okay. At 2 it is 7.
7.
At 3 it is 9. At 4 it is 11. And at 5 it is 13. So what is the value according to, so using trapezoidal method, using trapezoidal rule, trapezoidal rule, what is the answer? Integration 1 to 5 y dx. So suppose this is y0, this is y1, y2, y3, y4. So what is that? H by 2 y0 plus 2 times y1 plus y2 plus y3 and last then y4. What is the trapezoidal rule? Look at the formula. This was h by 2 y0 plus 2 times the data and then last data was alone yn. So substitute and see how much answer we are getting here. H by 2, that will be 1 by 2. Okay, h is 1 here, spacing between the x values. Y0 is 5 plus 2 times 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. Simplify and tell me how much you are getting.
36.
Huh?
36.
36. So you see we have obtained exact answer. Even we did not need these many data. Even we had created only 2 data. Okay. Then also we have obtained the same answer, I think. Let me see. If not, then suppose these data points are not there. In Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay. So suppose these, oh, it was 5, 7. It was 5, 7. It was 5, 7, 9. Suppose these striked out data points are not there. Then what would be the value of the integration? According to the Simpson's 1/3, this trapezoidal rule, 1 to 5 y dx, this will be h by 2 y0 plus y1. Okay. So what it will be? What is h then? If striked out in between data points are not there, then what is h? 4, 5 minus 1, 4 into what? y2 into y1 plus y0, 5 plus 13. So how much you are getting? 2 into 16, no, 18, 13 plus 5, 18. So how much? 36. So you see, even for 2 points, you are getting the exact answer. So since 2 points are, since 2 points you have considered, and for 2 points there is a unique linear curve, that is why, and the given equation, the given integrand was linear, that is why you are getting the exact answer. Okay, did you get my point? Why you are getting exact answer? Since you have created 2 data points, and for 2 data points there is a unique linear curve, unique line, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that information is hidden in the data points. Since you have considered 2 data points, the line will be unique. Okay, and once the line is unique, that will be same line, 2x plus 3. y equals to 2x plus 3. That is why you are getting the exact answer. Now, if you want to apply Simpson's, okay, let me take any other integrand. Let us consider which integration I should be giving you. Okay, so, let me take the examples from the book. Okay, so here let us consider this integration. Similarly, you will get the exact answer up to quadratic polynomial in case of Simpson's 1 by for quadratic polynomial. For a unique quadratic polynomial, how many data points are required?
3.
हाँ, क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल में कितने वेरिएबल्स होते हैं, कितने आर्बिट्ररी कांस्टेंट्स होते हैं? 3 है ना, ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c. तो तीन आर्बिट्ररी कांस्टेंट्स के लिए 3 डेटा पॉइंट काफी होंगे, इज नॉट इट? सो एंड 3 डेटा पॉइंट्स कौन से फॉर्मूले में यूज हुआ था? Simpson's 1/3 rule. So if you apply Simpson's 1/3 rule, you'll get exact answer up to quadratic polynomial. Polynomial में से आप if you take quadratic polynomial or linear polynomial or constant function, you'll get unique result, the exact result in case using Simpson's 1/3 rule. अगर हायर डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल लेते हो तो एग्जैक्ट आंसर नहीं होंगे, या कुछ और टाइप के फंक्शन लेते हो जो पॉलिनोमियल नहीं है, उसमें भी आपको एग्जैक्ट आंसर नहीं मिलेंगे, बट यू विल गेट अप्रोक्सीमेट आंसर. ओके, सो लेट अस टेक दिस very simple problem, example 2. Integration 0 to 1 x cube dx. What is the answer here? What is the answer here? 1 by 4. So let us see how much accurate answer we are getting in case of trapezoidal rule and Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay, so here we will not be getting exact answer because it is a cubic polynomial, and in trapezoidal we will get unique exact result up to linear polynomial, constant and linear. So this is 3rd degree polynomial, so we will not get exact answer. Let's see how much approximate answer we are getting. So I am considering 6 data points between 0 and 1. So x values are there, y values are there. So x values, I'll start with 0, then for 6 data, this distance between x values should be 0.2. Then only from 0 to 2 there will be 6 data. So next x value is 0.2, then 0.4, then 0.6, then 0.8, and then 1. And what are the corresponding y values? 0 पे कितने होंगे? 0. 0.2 पे कितने होंगे? 0.008. 0.2 cube, so that will give you 0.008. 4 पे कितने होंगे? 16 into 64, so 0.064. 064. 0.6 पे कितने होंगे? 0.216, और 0.8 में होंगे 0.512, and 1 पे होंगे 1. So these are the data points obtained from the function y equals to x cube, and let's see how much approximate answer we are getting. So what will be the answer from using Simpson's using this trapezoidal rule? By trapezoidal rule, so y dx, x naught to, if you consider this y naught, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. So x naught to x5 y dx, it will be h by 2 y naught plus 2 times y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 plus y5. You simplify and tell me how much what is the answer according to you. What is the age here?
0.2.
0.2. So 0.2 by 2, y naught is 0 plus 2 times 0.008 plus 0.064 plus 0.216 plus 0.512 plus 1. So you simplify and tell me how much you have obtained. Take your time. Why I am taking simple examples to make understanding. How much accurate answer you are getting. Later you can apply it to any kind of data or any kind of integration. It should be integrable. So there should be definite integration and it should be integrable. कोई भी लिखने से तो नहीं होगा.
0.26.
0.26. So you see 0.26 and exact answer was how much? 0.25. So you see only after taking 6 data points you have obtained a reasonable answer. Is it okay? Now next question, can we apply Simpson's 1/3 rule to these data which we have created? Can we apply Simpson's 1/3 rule here? Can we apply Simpson's 1/3 rule? What is your answer?
No sir.
Why not?
Even है.
हाँ,
Even data point है.
इवन डेटा पॉइंट्स है, इसमें और डेटा पॉइंट्स होना चाहिए था. देयर शुड बी इवन नंबर ऑफ सब इंटरवल्स. So that is why you cannot apply Simpson's 1/3 rule here. Okay, fine. So you got the idea how to do numerical integration. You create the data point from the integrand. If the integrand is difficult to integrate, then you approximate the area under the curve either by trapezoidal rule or by Simpson's 1/3 rule or by Simpson's 3/8 rule or by Boole's rule or by Wedel's rule. So let me mention the Boole's rule and Wedel's rules. Or you can go through the book. Let me write down the result only. Then we'll be solving few more problems. Boole's rule. Here, what you have to do? You have to take 5 data points at a time. Take 5 data points at a time or put n equals to 4 in capital A and accordingly adjust the formula. How many terms will be there? Okay. So if you do it, you will end up with this integration. Integration x0 to x4 y dx, that will be equals to 2h by 45, 2h by 45, 7y0 plus 32y1 plus 12y2 plus 32y3 plus 7y4. So this is from x0 to x4. Similarly, what will be from x4 to x8, what it will be? 2h by 45, 7y4 plus 32y5 plus 12y6 plus 32y7 plus 7y8. Okay, so if you want to suppose only there are, so for data points x0, y0, x1, y1 up to x8, y8, what will be this integration? Integration x0 to x8 y dx. What it will be? Sum of above 2. Okay, so this will be integration x0 to x4 y plus integration x4 to x8 y. So that will give you 2h y45 7y0 plus 32y1 plus 12y2 plus 32y3 plus how many y4 are there? 7 plus 7. So this will be 14y4 plus 32y5 plus 12y6 plus 32y7 plus 7y8. So this will be the value of the integration x0 to x8 y dx by Boole's rule. So can you tell me for up to which degree polynomial we will get exact answer, exact value of the integration, up to which degree polynomial using Boole's rule? Can you tell me up to which degree polynomial will get exact answer using Boole's rule? The formula was created using 5 data points at a time. तो 5 डेटा के लिए कितने डिग्री का पॉलिनोमियल यूनिक होते हैं? If there are 5, 4. So you will get unique result up to 4th degree polynomial. So कोई भी 4th degree polynomial का अगर इंटीग्रेट करते हैं definite integral, what will be the value? That will be same whatever you will be getting using Boole's rule. But anyway, we will not be doing numerical integration for polynomial because they are very easy to handle. We will be doing it directly. But the theoretically it is true. If you apply Boole's rule, you will get exact answer up to 4th degree polynomial. In Simpson's 1/3 rule, you will get exact answer up to 2 degree polynomial. In Simpson's 3/8 rule, you will get exact answer up to 3 degree polynomial. And one more result is there, Wedel's rule. Let me write it. Wedel's, W-E-D-D-L-E-S, Wedel's rule. So for this result, you will have to take 7 data points at a time, not 5. 6, 5 was for Boole's, 6 is not included in the syllabus. What will be the formula for 6 data? For 7 data, you will get Wedel's rule. Take 7 data points at a time. Okay, or put n equals to 6 in capital A. So here in between x0 to x6, x0 to x6 for 7 data, the data points are x0, y0, x1, y1 up to x6, y6. So for those data, the value of the definite integral will be, let me write down the formula. 3h by 10, 3h by 10, y0 plus 5 times y1 plus y2 plus 6 times y3 plus y4 plus 5 times y5 plus y6. Now, if you use this result, Wedel's rule, then you will get exact answer up to 5th degree polynomial. No, 7 data na. So for 6th degree polynomial, you will get exact answer. Now this Simpson's 3/8 rule, Boole's rule, and Wedel's rule, these are a bit difficult to remember. And even though they are giving exact answer for polynomial, for other polynomial, other kind of functions, Simpson's 1/3 rule and trapezoidal rule gives better answer. So that is why those two results are only used most of the time in numerical computation. Trapezoidal rule, it is very easy to remember, and Simpson's 1/3 rule. So these two results are used most of the time. But you should know there are few more results. Simpson's 3/8 rule, Boole's rule, Wedel's rule. Is it okay? Any doubt? Any doubt regarding numerical integration? किसी को कोई डाउट है? Okay, no response is there, so I'll take it as a positive. No doubt is there. Okay, so today I'll be stopping the discussion at this point. Next class में हम लोग theoretically prove करेंगे कि कितना error commit कर रहे हैं. How much error we are committing in case of trapezoidal rule, in case of Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay, बाकी सारे रूल्स में हम लोग बस मेंशन करेंगे, रिजल्ट को प्रूव नहीं करेंगे. विल बी डिराइविंग द थियोरेटिकल एरर in case of trapezoidal rule and Simpson's 1/3 rule, and few more results are there, like Euler-Maclaurin's formula, that is the formula for numerical integration, which can also be used sometimes to find out the sum of a finite series, and that will be the end of numerical integration. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So आप लोग को कुछ अगर डाउट है इस पार्ट में अभी तक, आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं, नहीं तो आप लोग क्लास को लीव कर सकते हैं.